So those would be your factors for this one. A product of negative 32 and a sum of negative 4. On the next problem, do we have a GCF? Nope, that is unfortunate. So we are left to deal with this a value by doing the x method. So product of 10x, I'm going to start with 5x and 2x. I would say that 80 to 90% of the time when you're factoring, it's normally going to be the numbers that are closer together. Like we did have that one that ended up being 1 and 9, kind of a rare circumstance. Usually it's going to be your numbers that are closest together. So it just gives you a place to kind of start because you're more likely to catch the actual factor numbers there.
Is it okay if I use the bathroom?
Yeah, go ahead. So then, let's see, 2 and 3. Crisscross on the x, 15x. That gives me 4x. Ooh, and lucky us, because we can make that 4 negative to get the sum of positive 11x that we want. So if we need the 4 to be negative, we're going to make this 2 negative, always adjusting the signs of the right numbers. And then we double check and make sure we're getting negative 6 for the product, which we are. So now, to write those factors, 5x minus 2 and 2x plus 3. Hooray! So 5x minus 2, 2x plus 3. Hey, raise your hand if you got that one right. So I know what we're working with at this point. Okay, good. And if you didn't, that's okay. We're still doing more practicing with this X method stuff. Number 9. So there's no GCF. That's a bummer. And we have a coefficient in front of our x squared term. So that means you got to use the x method. So 1x and 3x. And why would starting with 4 and 1 maybe be better than starting with 2 and 2? I'm going to think of stacking the 4 on the top just because 3 times 4 gets me 12, which is close to 11. So again, kind of talking you guys some of this thought process stuff so you can save yourself a little bit of work so you don't have to try all the possible combinations. So 1x times 1, 1x. 3x times 4, 12x. Who do we need to be negative to get that sum of negative 11 that we want? The 12. So adjusting the signs over here to get that to be a negative 12, we're going to have to take 3 times negative 4. We check our product number. Negative 4 times 1 does give me negative 4. So then our factors, x minus 4 and 3x plus 1. And remember, if you are a little bit nervous that you're going to write the wrong pairs together, remember that you can check yourself on all of these problems by foiling. So first terms times each other, x times 3x, 3x squared. Outside terms, the O part of foiling, x times 1, 1x. The inside terms, negative 4 times 3x is negative 12x. And then the last terms, negative 4 times 1, negative 4. Did we get the same quadratic that we started with? We sure did. So folks, if you're worried about making little mistakes, or if you tend to rush, or if you're worried you're going to do the math wrong, you can always double check yourselves on these by doing foiling, which is the opposite of factoring. So folks, on this last one, do we have a GCF? No. We also just have a coefficient of 1 here, so I don't have to do the x method. We can just do normal factoring. 24 is one that kind of has a lot of different pairs, so if you're staring at that going, all I can think of is 4 and 6, Mrs. Cairo, I'm going to show that integer strategy one more time. We start with 1. 24 divided by 1 is 24. Then we try dividing by 2. 24 divided by 2 is 12. Then we try 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8. Then, of course, we've got 4 and 6. Can I divide it by 5? No. Next integer is 6. That's a terrible 6. That takes me up the right side of those numbers. That is how we ensure that we have tried all possible pairs. So, folks, which pair do I want? 3 and 8, and we're going to need that 8 to be negative. So, folks, you can use your calculator, but just start trying to divide by integers going up until you start getting integers on the other side. So, x minus 8 and x plus 3, or x plus 3 times x minus 8. Folks, we're going to go ahead and take a bathroom break, phone break, before we go back into the packet.